Listen, beautiful people, I think I see it now. I see it. I truly believe that Terence Crawford, the pound for pound king, will shock the world and go up 3 divisions, 2 after 154, and beat the great and powerful and charismatic and the all-time great Canelo Alvarez. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Bud Crawford is gonna do this. I can see it. If we actually think about it, when it comes to the skill set, Bud Crawford is better everywhere. He has a better jab, better footwork, lighter on his feet, has more dog in him, has more killer instinct. Everything you can think of. Even sharper when it comes to those deadly combinations. But our main concern was this, and still is this. Terence Bud Crawford is going up in weight. He will be fighting the bigger man, the man who's bigger than him in size. But is that truly the case? I mean, yes, of course size matters. That is why we have weight classes for a reason. But seeing both men squaring off against each other and in front of each other in their press conference, did Canelo Alvarez actually look bigger? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I saw was Terence Crawford was the bigger man. I mean, he's taller than Canelo. Yes, Canelo has more muscle mass, maybe, but we're not really sure yet. I mean, let's be honest, Canelo doesn't really kill himself to make 168, but Bud Crawford gained 25 pounds after his weigh-in versus Madrimov at 154. So Terence Bud Crawford kills himself to go down in weight. But Canelo Alvarez makes 168 comfortably. So I'm not really buying this Canelo Alvarez narrative that he is way bigger than Bud Crawford and that he fought 175 pounders. Yes, he fought 175 pounders. But in all honesty, what did he do at 175? He beat a shot Kovalev who was way past his prime and who had an unbelievable war, a career-ending war versus Anthony Yarde just 7 weeks before he fought Canelo. 8 weeks to be exact. And even Kovalev said, I didn't even train for that fight because my body was still sore. All I did was recover from that war that I had with Anthony Yarde. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Not only will Terence Bud Crawford shock the world and defy all odds and become the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, but I believe he's gonna look good while doing it. I believe he's gonna outbox Canelo. I believe he's gonna stink Canelo in some spots, and Canelo will not be reckless and will not be able to bully the smaller man in Bud Crawford. And this is what I truly believe. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, yes, size matters, but Bud Crawford is taller, and Bud Crawford is actually looking way bigger than Canelo now. I mean, we've seen how the man's been looking. The man never really lifted that much weight. He's lifting weights, he's bulking up, and he's looking way bigger and denser and more shredded than Canelo Alvarez. I mean, let's be honest, Bud Crawford has everything it takes to beat Canelo. He has all the skill in the world. He's taller than Canelo, has longer arms. So if we're actually talking about size is with Bud Crawford. And some people might say, what about the experience? Canelo has more experience at the elite level. Yes, that might be true. But let's not act like Terence Crawford is not one of the greatest fighters to ever live. That performance versus Errol Spence was, in my opinion, the greatest performance I have ever seen in my lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. I am so confident in this pick. I mean, when this fight was announced, I was like, man, I don't really want to see this fight because everyone knows what's going to happen. Canelo's going to beat him because Canelo is bigger. But now, as the fight is edging closer, and as I'm watching Bud Crawford transform into the best and biggest version of himself at 168, the man looks dangerous, the man looks sharp. Will he be slower? Yes, of course he will be slower because he's a human at the end of the day. And the man is nearly 39 years old. But Canelo, even though he's 3 years younger than Bud, but he's way older than Bud Crawford when it comes to the toll on the body. Canelo has nearly over 70 fights. And even his coach said, Eddie Reynoso, that Canelo has more than 20 fights that were not on his record and that were all wins. So all I'm saying is this. Bud Crawford is doing this. And he's going to shock the world. And he's going to prove why he is the greatest fighter of my time.